What's up, YouTube? I want to let you in on my little DIY experiment here. I'm going to build something to blow the fish waste out of my rocks and polish my water at the same time. So here's a little look at the ingredients, and we'll show you what the finished product looks like. I'll let you in on little pieces as I go. Alright, so what I'm using here is a piece of the craft. They use it for needlework or something like that. I'll put more information in the notes. And what I'm going to be doing with this is I'm just going to make an outline, get an idea of what the bushing is going to look like. I'm going to use this as a screen. Okay, I'm going to put this is going to go right on top of this bushing right here. It's a screen so that the pump doesn't suck in any of the filter media that I choose. Okay, so I got it pretty close. It's a little bigger than what that is, but that's going to be okay, I think. Again, this is a little experiment I'm letting you in on the ground floor on. Now, my original thoughts were to use some Gorilla Glue and Gorilla Glue that on there, but kind of wondering how I would clamp it on and have it be effective. So, for version 1.0, I'm going to try to just, well, that's not a good start. I'm going to try to just shove it in my coupling here. This is a 2-inch PVC coupling, okay? I'm going to try to shove it in the coupling, and the way the bushing should work is that the bushing should wedge it against the little line inside there. See that little line? So the bushing should wedge it against there, and that should be nice and tight. You know, it really shouldn't go anywhere. It's not going to go inside this little hole and get sucked in the pump. I mean, at worst, it might go sideways and let some filter floss in, but we're going to be optimistic. We're going to say that's not going to happen. So, I'm going to put the bushing on. That sucker's not going anywhere. It's wedged in there nice. Push it in to give it some cone. Alright, so there we go. Now, it is not, the filter floss is not going to get sucked up in there. Okay, so now, what you could do is, you just put the PVC in there. It's a 2-inch. Okay, now, you can basically stuff this with whatever you want. I'm going to be using just some plain old quilt batting from Wally World. You can pick up a bag for like $5. And I'm just going to stuff that in there with that. And put a cap on it. Okay, so I'm going to use a little piece of micron felt. It's from Dr. Foster Smith. I think it's just plain old felt, to be honest with you. I used the same concept as using the using this netting here, and cut it to that size, and it's somewhat of a decent fit. I could probably cut it better the next time. I didn't account for the conical shape there. And anyway, so you just shove that in. That should pinch it. Okay, so you shove that in there, and it also wedges the micron felt pad there. So I should get some extra polishing effect at that as well. Okay, so I've stuffed it full of that polyester filter padding. I got the idea from Jason Metzfan, the stuff that he did with his little canister. The batting, I think it'd be good for filters. In this situation with a tube like this, I'm gonna prefer just the polyfill. You know what I mean? All you old school guys will know what the polyfill is. With the holes, I decided to just do it on top. You know what I mean? That way, the water's got to suck all through that filter batting. You know what I mean? So by the time it hits that micron felt pad right about right here, most of the big stuff should be cleared out, and that micron felt pad should last the duration of blowing out the tanks. Now, I didn't show you in the beginning, my bad. This here is a reducer bushing. And as you can see, it slides right into the coupling. And on the other side is a threaded female. So for the threaded female, I got this short little coupling here. Now, if you want, you can use some thread tape, you know. But this is not a watertight thing. It's not going to be leaking anywhere. It's all going to be in the tank, so why bother? You know what I mean? So, there you have your coupler. I'm using a mag drive, a 9.5 power. A little overkill, you know what I mean? But I use this for my water changes, so I can just, you know, flip it in and out however I want to use it that day. So you just screw it right in that bad boy. I'm not going to screw it too tight because I want to be able to take this off when I do my water changes. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is my my rock washer, my leaf blower, my fish poop flinger / water polisher. I don't know what to call it, but you know, quick little DIY, and hopefully it works out pretty good. You know what I mean? This, don't worry about this. This has to do with my water changes. This output, you know, I can slide a PVC in there, a tall pipe. It hangs out of my tank. I can pump water out of the tank. I can pump water from the Rubbermaid Brutes. But I'll talk about that some other day if you guys want to see how I do my water changes. So, thanks for checking it out. I'll post an update, let you know how it works out. Peace. Alright, so check it out. I got it in the tank. This sucker's a lot heavier than I thought it was going to be. It's a little precarious. I think this thing is too, it's too tall, too long. This mag is freaking heavy to be messing around with. Yeah, I think if I could do it again, I'd just limit myself to what was in there and just put, you know, I'm going to try to shorten this up here. See if that makes it a little easier to handle. But as you can see, you know, it's definitely sucking in waste. You know what I mean? That's 900 gallons per hour in there. Majorly overkill, you know, but it's sucking stuff in, it's blowing out the rocks. The Mories are enjoying it. Check them out. Swimming. Everybody else is probably traumatized. All in all, I think this would be perfect with like a Mag 3 with a smaller pump. You know? Like I said, I'm going to try shortening that. You really shouldn't need that much filter batting for polish your water up a little bit. It's got a lot of air bubbles in there, so I'm pretty sure that's because there's a lot of air trapped in all that batting. I mean, where else would the air be coming from? So, it's completely submerged. So, I think I like it. You know what I mean? Not as practical as I thought it was going to be. I wasn't counting on holding that mag drive around for freaking 5 minutes. I think it gets pretty heavy when you're in a precarious situation there. You know what I mean? And you're trying not to knock rocks over and bang things around. So, you know, I think it'll be alright. You know what I mean? It's going to do what I want it to do. Blow all the waste out of the rocks so that the regular filtration can get it, or it can get sucked into this bad boy. Okay, so I ran the tank in the filter for about 10 minutes. And I was blowing stuff around. And I kind of like it. Look at all that I got. 10 minutes though. Look at all that. Not sure where that plant matter came from. Must have been from that Java fern. Yeah, a lot of parts of Java fern in there. So, 10 minutes, and this is what I pulled out of my water. And as you can see, the Micron felt pad, it's still pretty white, so that'll just show you that filter, that batting from Walmart, does a pretty good job of stopping everything before it got there. So, just something to think about. Nice and cheap. Good alternative.